Today we're going to look at the book Buildings in Disguise, Architecture that Looks Like Animals, Food, and Other Things. In our last lesson, we learned about how our architects work in traditional styles, such as the Cape Cod or Victorian or even contemporary styles, but some architects like to do more whimsical or fun, silly kind of buildings, and we're going to look at some pictures of those today. So here is a building. This is Lucy the elephant. She is made out of wood, and she is big, a little bit smaller than a two-car garage. She is very old. The architect first put a patent on this type of building in 1882. She was part of an amusement park in Coney Island. And here you can see all of her different, how she looked through the years. And eventually she was turned into a National Historic Landmark, which is a building or structure or object that has been recognized in playing a significant role in American history. Gas stations. So this gas station is shaped like a teepee. This one's like a gas can, a Japanese pagoda, a teapot. Very interesting different ways that people can change the structure of a building and think about its form as well as its function. Here's a shell station where the door is shaped like a shell, and that's what the armature, the structure underneath it, looks like. We can look at hotels. Here's an adobe hotel. Here's another teepee motif. These teepee hotels were very popular in the 1930s and 40s as people first started to travel the country in cars. Here's some windmill style hotels. This one looks like a racetrack almost. Here's some restaurants. This restaurant is shaped like a milk jug. This one is shaped like a dog. And this one is shaped like a watermelon. We have some buildings were shaped like teapots or coffee pots. And this was just a form of advertisement, a way to get people's attention as they drove down the road and would maybe make them want to stop. So White Castle is a fast food chain that's up in the Northeast, and all of their buildings used to be built like this with little white bricks, and they'd have like a little turret tower on the top. Here's a Kentucky Fried Chicken that's shaped like a chicken. Like here's a modern White Castle. They're still kind of shaped in that same kind of style that they were originally built in. We have some ice cream parlors that are shaped like ice cream cones. And here's another windmill style restaurant. This Mexican restaurant has a big sombrero on the top. And this hot dog stand is shaped like a hot dog bun, and you can even see where they've added a hot dog to the building. Here we have the Big Duck. This is made out of wood and wire mesh and concrete. It is this was to sell ducks and duck eggs. So again, another form of advertisement. Here's some entertainment complexes. So this is in Nebraska. They build this corn palace every year out of all of these tiles are made out of corn, dried corn. So they rebuild the outside of this every year. That's kind of cool. Here's the inside of, here's they are putting the corn onto the building. And here's the inside of the corn palace. Here's some other buildings. This one's shaped like a thermometer. Here's a building with a man on top of it. Here we have some castles, storybook theme parks. That looks like the little lady who lived in a shoe. So sometimes architects take inspiration from books. Here's a shoe house. And then some of these places you might see along the side of the road are animals. So here's a giant fish. This is the Fishing Hall of Fame in Wisconsin. Here is a giant a dinosaur that was designed to hold a dinosaur museum, and it has a gift shop in the belly. And you enter through the tail, and you can go all the way up to the top and see out of the eyes. Some office buildings. That'd be a really interesting office to work in if your office was shaped like a dresser. A bulldozer building, and they even put big rocks out front. That's kind of cool. This is a miner's building and this is a miner hat. A basket. This company makes picnic baskets. So they're building, and you can see the windows. This is a picnic basket. And there's the inside of the building. This building is made to look like a set of binoculars. And here is some models of different ideas that artists have and architects have had for buildings. So I hope you enjoyed this book. If you want to read more of it, you can check it out from Miss Fiaschetti in the library. Get some inspiration, guys. We'll be learning more about architecture in our next couple of videos.